Hey there, guys, gals, and everyone in between. So it's been a damn while. Fucking hell. Yeah, it's mostly personal life bullshit, some stressful stuff that happened, and when it came into connection with a collaboration for Nekopara, we all had trouble trying to get our schedules to line up. All of us got busy. We just couldn't get around to it anymore. So I said, you know what? I'll finish it on my own. I already have Nekopara Volume 0, like the prequel, I guess. And I have Volume 2, 3, and 4. And my lovely best friend gifted me Volume 2 and 3, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna give you the adult DLC too! I've seen more catgirl poon than I ever want in my life. I think it might have been actually... No, you know what? It wasn't as bad as Mirror. Oh, Mirror was terrible. Oh my god. I still feel like I lost a few years of my life. If you want to find out about Mirror, I guess I could link my BitChute down below. You can find it there. Just scroll around, because I haven't quite yet figured out how to make playlists on BitChute because my ass is stupid. But yeah, so Japanese voice acting is gonna be on, and I'm just gonna be voicing the guy, I guess. Though in this case, he's gonna sound very different from being a guy, as you heard in the first two collabs. But I still hope you have fun, and with everything that's happening, that you just enjoy your time with me. On with the show! Wow, I forgot how weird the Japanese voices sound. They sound so high-pitched. Oh my god. Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shiguri, even if you say that, I don't think chocolate and vanilla will... Wait, what? Hold up. Your brother and sister, like biological brother and sister? Half brother and wait a minute. Oh, that just sounds so wrong. No. Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any case. Father is calling me? That sounds oddly ominous. Oh boy. Wait, Shigure! Shit. Seriously? As the ruthless electronic buzz of the dropped call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort all this out if I could just talk to Shigure. I'm sorry, but the sound of her eating, my brain just went to a very dirty place very quickly, and I blamed the Japanese voice actor for that. Oh my god. That's real good breakfast. Yeah, I hope you like it. Are you sure that's ketchup? I almost thought she was gonna make that sound. I was like, oh god, no. The cat girls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. Why does everything sound so suggestive? Or is it just because I'm a pervert? These sandwiches incidentally contain tomato, cheese, and lettuce. With an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of that, it was a simple meal. Dude, that sounds... Simple meals for me is like maybe some jam on a piece of toast. I don't really care. That sounds damn tasty though. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? No, it's not. Don't put it that way. Whoa, wait, hold up. I did not mean to grab on her boobies. It just happened. They were just there in my hands, okay? Stop with the deliberately misleading words. The fuck? Oh, it's in the game. Okay. I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. That doesn't sound happy-go-lucky, that sounds fucking lewd. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. Oh, well, that explains the sound. The eating habits of catgirls were pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was pretty straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual catgirl. So basically like a human or, well, basically any living thing that wants to have a favorite or not. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening too. That's why I don't have the time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand. That takes away the threatening figure of it all, you know. Yes. She put her sandwich down on her plate. And just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. Jeez, I'm heartless. Damn, man. I answered her clearly. Okay, to be honest, the soundtrack is pretty cute though. Not gonna lie there. Her shoulders drooped more than before. The ears which sat atop her head drooped downheartedly too. Wow, I think that's the most expression I've seen on Vanilla so far. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. Oh, that reminds me, the 18 plus DLC, I don't know what to do with those. I played them thinking, oh, it's not gonna be that bad, it's gonna be fine. Yeah. Dude, I really can't upload that to YouTube. YouTube's gonna spank my ass like a naughty kid. I might put it up on BitChute because they're a little more lenient and they do have a not safe for work section like they do with Mirror. Oh god. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you want. Like Twitter, Discord, even down in the comments. Just let me know. And I'll see what I can do. I'll torture my soul for fucking clicks and views. God damn, what have I gotten myself into? The pain from last night pricked at my heart again. You sure that's your heart? I tilted the already cooled coffee cup. My brain got stuck on that, as my emotions dulled, unimpeded by my judgment. You know what's the worst part? Knowing where I know this is going. My brain just keeps going, she's 9 months old, she's 9 months old, she's 9 months old. Her usually always perky ears were drooping. What is with you in your ears? Chocolo speaking clearly under her own volition. Jiggle jiggle. Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. Okay, just making noises. I don't remember Chocolo or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That, understood? What? Hmm? Royalwood, huh? Okay. I'm not touching that. Oh, it's a tea set. Okay.
ではこちらお店の中に運んじゃいますね。こちらの段ボールで全部ですね。では間違いなければ受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
She smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with a pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow this doesn't look like what I ordered.
本当ですか？それは品物が違うということでしょうか？
No, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my well, there goes the English language. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain. It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. You know, this looks like a pretty big room to me. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐに本社に確認しますので。少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
Anyone wondering why I leave it for a second or two after is if you want to read it for yourself, because my voice is not gonna last if I have to read everything. It's a lot of dialogue. That's why I turned on the voice acting in the first place, so people can get the sound of the voice and maybe read along and then just kind of imagine it in them for themselves. I know it sounds like a cop-out and being lazy or something, but God, my voice is really just not gonna last. It's gonna die. A slow and painful death.
大変申し訳ございません。こちらのミスで別の注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして、水無月様の方もすぐにご入り用と思いますので。
I still can't get over this in a minute, Duki. What the hell? Okay.
もしよろしければ、ご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Accept this order? Half from all this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these. But it's going to take a while to deal with all of this.
もちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので。
Oh, well, at least she's willing to help us.
私も次の配達に行かないといけないですし。
Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it re-delivered would take double the effort too. I feel 2 unwanted cat presences staring at me. That's right, I have a lifeline!
にゃですか？
Slave labor.
猫ちゃんたち本当に助かりました。ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。では私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
That's a creaky ass door. I'm exhausted. I glanced at the table where we had finished organizing, lowered myself into a chair, and relaxed my shoulders. Whoa, personal space.
ご主人様、冷たいお茶です。どうぞ。
Cold tea? Probably iced tea? Thanks, Chocolate. Don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp and... Thank you, Roof. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find, and I really did need the help this time.
褒めて褒めて褒めて褒めて。
I could sense the praise Miura coming from Chocolate. She had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Okay. Thanks, I couldn't have done it without you two.
ご主人様に褒めてもらっちゃったよ、バニラ。
Okay. I forgot that's a lot of boing going on there.
そん ちらの影から見守ってた甲斐があったね。よしよし。
Sorry to say it, Vanilla, but you just have no boing going on.
ショコラ、ご主人様の役に立てましたね。やっぱりご主人様一人じゃお仕事大変だと思うんです。猫の手でも存分に役に立つ。私たちがいなかったらまだ仕分け続行中だと思う。
Hey, you two are getting a bit too close. They lean forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. Besides, it's not like I could ask you Besides, it's not like I could ask you to work for me or anything, okay?
そうですか。やっぱりダメですか。
I literally spaced out there for a second. Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. That's a lot of drooping. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened.
お掃除でもしてきます。せっかくですし。
She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Okay, I will admit I do kind of feel a little bit like an asshole at this point. Shukla isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy. But even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was all the more with how much she cared for me.
ご主人、私たちがいたらそんなに迷惑？悪い子？
She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked that question. You two aren't bad cat girls, and that's why I can't have you stay here.
悪い子じゃないのにダメなの？
It's because you two are good cat girls that I can't allow it. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard. This game is just coming out with all kinds of things. I'm not even gonna fucking say anything anymore.
だって難しい。猫にはそういうのはわからない。好きならそばにいたい。少なくとも私はそう思うけど。
Vanilla.
ショコラのところ行ってくる。
With those words, she went upstairs. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long, I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself. I repeated those words she just said to me. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a cat girl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier. Let's just say the cup broke by itself. Wow. Wow!
あれ？今日はあのたこ焼き屋がいない。
Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two cat girls home. I had also happened to leave the house key behind. So to make good use of the time, I went to do some shopping before Shiguri got home.
あ、ごめんバニラ。なんだっけ？また旅だっけ？
Uh-oh.
だいたいそんな感じ。
Uh-oh. That isn't the right word at all. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit?
あ、はい。少しだけ。 でも大丈夫ですから。心配かけてごめんなさい、ご主人様。
There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty there. Lucky number 3. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit?
じゃあ私、何か飲み物買ってくる。
Thanks. Something for everyone, okay?
了解。任された。
I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocola. The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocola. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly.
ショコラ、帰ります。
Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocola's head.
たまにはご主人様に電話してもいいですか？
Yeah.
またご主人様のところに遊びに来てもいいですか？
Yeah?
ご主人様はショコラたちのことはちゃんと毎日思い出してくれますか？
Dude, I really feel like an asshole now.
ショコラは離れててもご主人様って呼んでてもいいですか？
Aww. Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotion, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will.
ごめんなさい、主人様。
I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocola's head as gently as I could.
やっぱりご主人様は優しいですね。
Wait a minute, how can you say I'm kind when I just basically been a dick to you this whole time? Jeez, just go twist that knife harder in my chest, yo. I don't really think I'm kind at all.
ご主人様、前も同じこと言ってましたから。
Before? Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled.
覚えてますか？ショコラとバニラを。ご主人様としぐれちゃんが連れて帰ってくれた時のこと。
Ah, of course I remember that. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young, they couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small cold bodies, ooh, okay, and took them home with me. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home.
あの時は知らないお家で知らない人と猫ばっかりで怖くて。
You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shigure.
はい、とっても心配かけちゃいました。
I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the past.
ショコラとバニラが熱を出した時のことも覚えてますか？
Ah, I definitely do remember that. It was a few days after we brought Chocolate and Vanilla home. Oh, they're so cute. At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. They both developed high fevers and were in pain.
あの時は夜中で誰にも気づいてもらえなくて、とにかく苦しくて辛くて寂しくて、声も出せなくて、手も足も全然動かなくて、助けて、誰か助けてって思いながらただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら
It's alright. I'm with you too, so don't worry.
ご主人様が大きくてあったかい手で撫でてくれたんですよね。
That description of the hands, yo.
ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて、ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて、不安で心細かったのが全部嘘だったみたいに。あの時も同じこと言ってました。
I kind of wonder, her description like that, is that sometimes what a stray feels like if they suddenly get adopted by someone or they somehow end up in a home that really cares for them and everything? I mean, sometimes I wonder what they could say if they had a voice to be able to express themselves. Just a thought.
俺は別に優しくなんかないって。でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。あの時ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。ご主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなれました。だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
I wish that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だからショコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm. But there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocola. I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name.
お金のこととか難しいみたいです。
Wrong buttons were pushed.
でもやっぱりショコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなのなんとなくわかります。本当になんとなくですけど、お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけお願いしちゃダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
Chocola voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocola, if you could be with me? I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. Sounds kind of romantic, and not master-servant kind of way. She yearned for me so earnestly. For her to so innocently believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. That day, chocolate and vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. I was simply selfish for just leaving home like that. I kind of wonder what happened. They don't really touch a lot on it, so I'm kind of curious what happened there. I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness. or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. You two are important to me after all.
私たちは猫だから自分に素直なだけ。
My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she sat at Chocola's side.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
It was as if her gentle, warm, and soft smile had become the setting sun. Damn, this dude and his alliteration. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my
だ
heart.
からきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。
I'm not gonna lie, Shigure kinda creeps me out a little bit.
だからご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら
Oops. There is not even the faintest bit of hesitation. There were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocolate and Vanilla's happiness? Only those words continue to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty.
たとえ何不自由のない暮らしでもご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She was on the verge of tears, but Chocolate's face lit up. They were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to cat girls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do.
ご主人様、それって。
It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like, got it?
はい、大丈夫です。ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。やれやれ、ついにご主人陥落。いやよいやよも好きのうちだね。
She's not wrong. The dreary moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. Although I thought it was all still so immature. Perhaps cat girls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。たまにでいいです。
Wow. Still on that fatty tuna, huh?
お肉もA4でいい。松阪牛なら脂身最高。
Jeez, you got expensive taste? Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is so uncertain, I lovingly rub their heads, disheveling their hair. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう終わったんですよね。
We have to go buy that shampoo you guys like, don't we?
おー、 ご主人かっこいい。ついでに松坂牛も買おう。
Well, today is a celebration, so why not?
やったー、お祝いパーティーですね。ご主人太っ腹。さすがは私たちのご主人。
Laying it on a little thick there, aren't you? Just this once, okay? This was the beginning to a bright new life. And together with a happy and high-spirited chocolate and vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. That's a lot of white. I'm blind. Oh wait, now we get the intro? Oh, okay, sure, let's watch it. Okay, I kind of feel like this is a good place to stop because I know what's the next scene, and I feel like that's gonna be a cool reveal for next episode. I think you guys will like it. Yeah, you guys will like it. But yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you all have been taking care of yourselves. And you know what? It's okay to not be okay. If you're having a bad day, that's fine. Just as long as you know you don't have to go through it alone. There's friends, family, professionals, hell, sometimes even a stranger would be willing to listen. But, in case you haven't heard it yet, you're awesome. You're a cool person. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. And, yeah, I'll see all of you guys next time.